Berg. Let's go through the questions of the day. What do you say?
Berg. Sure, let's do it.
Berg. You're not Jewish.
No.
Bergstrom.
No. Bergstrom. I'm Swedish and Croatian.
That's right. I knew that, actually. The questions are by you. They're over there.
Oh, no. Where are they?
See that box right there, that glass box?
Glass box.
It's like, yeah.
The Cosmic Cube.
Yeah, this is fun. We play a little game. I got this card game, which is all these crazy questions.
Yes.
And none of them are interesting. It's the worst purchase I ever made in my life.
I'm going to take this jacket off because I'm ridiculous.
Yeah. Dude, you got a sweater on? It's like 80 degrees out.
Yeah, I'm all bones and bones.
Yeah, this doesn't open. I don't think we're going to play this.
Smash it. Here.
Hey, remember that time do you remember that story about the woman? Can you tell me that story about the woman? Yeah, you can't open it, man. It's impossible. The thing's locked in. I think there's some tape.
Is the story about the woman?
The woman and the photos. Because I got to talk about that.
Oh.
You have the best stories. I just don't know how to get into them. What I was going to do was pretend to read a card and then go, hey, you once vomited on a woman's photos. What was that about?
Dear God. Okay.
Tell me the story.
I don't. I mean, I don't know if that's.
What? It's on there.
Okay.
It's on there. I put it in there.
Okay. I believe you.
Part of the
My point
questions.
is. What was that? That was probably like.
You don't do stories.
8 years ago. I don't a lot, but I.
You got them here.
What was it? Like 8 years ago. I was at. Do you remember Cabin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the only time I've ever blacked out drinking. I can't. Otherwise.
What are you talking about?
What?
The only time?
The only time.
I've seen you in some places.
In some cool places.
Some very cool places.
Okay, we'll chat about that in a second. But
Go ahead, tell me.
What is it? I was at Cabin hanging out after a show, like a Thursday, and all I remember was somebody did those like Irish car bombs, and they gave one to me. And then they were like, let's go to a party in the Bronx. And it was like, I've never been to the Bronx. That sounds great. I'm in. Took the car bomb. Remember getting in a cab. Next
With
thing.
someone?
Yeah. It was a lady. But the next thing I realized is I woke up in an apartment living room with only one boot on, still wearing my backpack and jacket, just hung over like the worst dry hangover I've had in a long time. And I looked around, and there was no furniture in there. Didn't see anyone. Just real parched. Went into the kitchen. Tried to turn on the sink. Just made that weird like hissing noise, when the water isn't on. Looked in the fridge. There was a carton of orange juice in there.
Yeah.
So
Anyone else
without
there?
not that I saw.
Okay,
so I just started chugging the orange juice. And while I'm chugging the orange juice, I see my boot. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to grab my boot. Go over, start putting on the boot. And then when I kneel down, the acidity of the orange juice hits me. I realize I'm in a barf. And I look around, and right next to the door, there is a paper bag, like a grocery bag, and then a tiny plastic garbage can. And I make the responsible choice. It's like barf in the paper bag, then I could throw it away.
Yeah.
I start puking into the paper bag, and then I realize that it's full to the brim of somebody's family photographs.
Like Newlands or like old, like what were they? These were
like the type that you had to, like in the 90s, you had to go somewhere to drop off your film, then they'd, with like those.
But these are like the 1940s pictures, or these were like the early 2000s, you're saying?
Like early 2000s pictures.
Right. But these are not digitized anyway, so they are lost forever so you vomited in them.
Yeah. And then I just ran. And I knew it was probably about 3 p.m. when I ran out, because there was just a horde of children everywhere when I exited the building. I looked around, figured out that I was in Harlem, not in the Bronx at all.
So, wait, did you go to the wrong place?
I don't know.
You haven't found out whose house you were in?
No idea.
So just some woman you were just sleeping in some person's house.
I don't know.
But there was family photos that have been destroyed now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's good.
I should have thrown them away. It would have been now they're going to go back for them, and they just, well, not now, but then, yeah.
Yeah, no, now maybe. This place had no furniture, no water. It could be a while since these things were unturned. You could have been sleeping in an abandoned McDonald's.
I did a few things where I earned cancer. I don't know.
Was that you got anything worse? Were you like, can you beat that story? I know you can. I know you can. Look, not a lot of people listen to this podcast.
Okay.
And they're all very open-minded. Hey, I'll say this. This comedian I'm with, Erik Bergstrom, very funny guy. Not even real. He's a character I made up. So all the stories you hear, they're not even real. These are Charles's make-em-ups because you don't even exist. Now you can say whatever you want.
Thank you. I appreciate you just...
But follow him on Twitter and Instagram.
Thank you. Just belittle me until I am empowered.
I meant like your story. You could say whatever crazy story.
Oh,
you
no,
want.
I agree.
I wasn't saying you don't exist.
What was it? Another time? Oh, God. Okay, you remember Cake Shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great place. Had it upstairs, had it downstairs.
Sure.
There was a while where there have been a few years where I've just taken off of drinking. Mm-hmm. And after cancer, I don't drink like this anymore. But I used to drink. I used to be more professional.
You really got
about drinking.
Together.
Oh, I did so much.
Let me just, because you keep saying cancer, let me let people know. Erik had first of all, he slept on our couch for like 6 months in a leather jacket, 90 degrees weather. And we were
You're
like,
welcome for that.
Something is off with this guy. And then we found out you were crippling cancer.
Yeah.
That's why you were freezing in the hottest weather, I think.
Yeah, I had stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma, so I was.
I just laughed at it.
No, it is.
Hey,
It's the funniest of the lymphomas. Those other ones, they got no stage chops. Stage 4.
And
that's
at the
a
time,
very.
I'm not going to mention this. There was another comedian who was pretending to have. You had a much worse cancer.
Was he?
Look, you don't say it. I'll say it. He was. I don't. Come on. That guy had a type of cancer that you only get through. Look, signs aren't pointing to the fact that you only get it through a very certain, like through working with asbestos, and the survival rate is like 1 in 100. And he never looked sick. It was a whole thing. I'm sure he had some kind of cancer, but I think there was a little bit of let's milk my career for this, which I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I would have done the same thing. I might say I have something tomorrow, and I'll get him.
He had the type of cancer that you only get when you want to be on Ellen. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I think we might be getting a little too close to the
I've
dartboard here, but God bless. I don't care. I'll burn myself for this.
Anyways.
Show the records. Show us the records.
Show us your blood, boy.
But I remember...
Friend? I don't know what's going on.
I just love the idea of starting a beef, but two cancer comedians. Two comedians who've had cancer.
No, he's a nice fellow. I know.
Nice
very nice guy.
Great guy. Love him, man. I'm sure it's all... was this bad? We never said his name. All characters. Doesn't exist. Moving right along. You were leaving my apartment. You had stage 4. This is... You were drinking. You were drinking heavy at Cake Shop.
Oh, yes. This was a couple of years before that. I was drinking a lot I was single then. I was drinking at Cake Shop. I had taken I took some time off of drinking. Mm-hmm. I think almost a year. And I just remember just did a show. I was about to leave. Then the owner of Cake Shop, very nice fellow, was just like, "Hey, you want to do a shot?" And it's like, no. And then like there's a pretty lady there, and she's like, "You want to do a shot?" And it's like, "Okay." And then one shot turned into
20,
3, and then like next thing, there's like a back behind the stage, there were just like doors.
Yes.
Okay, so next thing I know, I'm back. Like if you wander back there, eventually there's like hallways that enter into other businesses.
Yes.
It's kooky.
Yeah.
I ended up having sex with that lady in that hallway.
Who was this lady? I didn't hear a lady. I mean, you said there was a man who owned the shop. You're talking to him.
There was a lady that took shots with me.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm not a good interviewer.
No, you're doing great.
Okay.
I'm not a good storyteller.
You're the greatest story. Let me tell you this. I hate to ruin your story. You're one of my favorite storytellers of all time, which makes me mad because you're like a one-liner comedian.
I'm a broken
the
man.
Best stories. You should have been dead years ago.
Oh,
not even
you.
from the
Thank
cancer.
You.
Just from frivolity.
I did meet someone after after I had cancer. I did run into an old friend who just went like, "Erik, how are you still alive?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I beat the cancer." He's like, "What? You had cancer?" That was very tickling. But
you're the only reason I think God exists because he's been trying to kill you for years.
Oh, the bat.
So the
Okay,
doors,
so I was
the
having
doors, specs with
yeah,
women
no,
and
I was
days.
having sex with this lady in the back hallway, and I was behind her, and it was like doggy style.
Nice.
And then she just reached back,
Yeah.
and like it happened very fast. She reached back and then stuck my dick in her ass.
Nice.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah, consent is king.
And then she pulled forward and just shit all over the wall, just sprayed shit all over the wall. And then tried to put my dick back inside her.
back in.
Yeah.
It's like if you were to see two
Then-
doors, like
yeah.
if you saw two doors and one door, a bunch of people come screaming out, going ah, and then they try to push you into that door. It's like you just saw what came out of there. Doesn't look like a friendly place. There's a murderer in that door.
It is.
Sorry.
Adventure, spirit of adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, then I was like, well, I'm gonna stop doing this for at least now. A lovely lady, still shit wall. So I left, emerged.
You emerged.
I emerged into the. It was like dawn. It was dawn when I emerged, and I drunkenly. There were two dudes. They looked hard on their luck. I don't know if they were bums, but I immediately broke up a fight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mitigated a fight.
What was the fight? What do you mean? What
I
was happening?
de-escalate. They were like body checking each other. I
Where?
was like, hey.
In the dawn?
In the dawn light,
In the
on the
dawn
sidewalk
light?
outside a cake shop.
What was the fight? What kind of guys? Tell me more. What were they fighting about? Do you remember?
They looked like bums. I don't know what they're
Oh,
fighting
bums.
about, but I was
Sure.
like, let's talk it out.
Bum problems. Yeah?
Bum
You told them
problems.
let's talk it
Oh
out?
my God, bum problems. Okay, then another time, I was.
Wait, I'm not done with this story yet. You broke up the fight. How? What did you say to them? What happened? And you broke it up and then they pieced it out?
I think it was they were more startled that there was another person there.
Yeah, when
that
they see
started
you,
walking into them. It was like, don't fight.
When a man emerges from a anal sex shitstorm, they go, hey, maybe our problems aren't so bad. Maybe we should let him mitigate this out.
Hey guys, want to see a shit wall? Oh God. Yeah, a lot of weird stories.
Pick up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on Friday night, Gregory. It is a Saturday night, Gregory. Born in the darkness, my man was too high. He created the show, so that is why that you have Gregory. Oh, Friday night, Gregory.